Uh, really, probably two things. First thing I'm gonna talk about is, I know people like to do content creator collabs. Unfortunately, I tried that. I'm not one of them. There's a couple of YouTubers I used to follow years ago. I don't really follow them like that no more. And the reason why I don't follow like that no more because when you have a disagreement about something, some of them get real nasty with you, and and some of them I think they do it for likes, and I ain't got time for all that. You know, I'm not gonna give out names. I could. There's about three or four or five. Well, I could say well five. Yeah, there's several of them. But I don't even mess with no more. One of them was so nasty with people. He got his punk ass pulled off of YouTube. Excuse my French. He did, and he should have, because he was a nasty dude. No matter how cool you try to be with him, he was just nasty. And he was purely doing all of his stuff for likes, all of the stuff he did for likes and nothing else. Yeah. So I don't do it no more. One of them actually had prominently been on Dr. Phil show a couple times. And as a matter of fact, the first one I talked about, he had he was on a game show and did some other television work for Fox. And I think Aaron, not Aaron, I forgot. But anyway, and and it was this other program, black uh, channel that I follow. I forgot her name, but I don't follow her no more. I almost got into her too. So like, I don't follow other contractors. I don't big them up like that no more. I big myself up because I started bigging up other content creators. Guess what they weren't doing for me, right? They weren't doing that for me. So I said, forget it. If I'm do you solid, you need to do me a solid back for real. And I stopped doing it. And I don't follow content creators like that. I'm not saying that I don't respect my subs because I do respect and love my subs. But I'm talking about the big content creators, the big names. No, I don't. I follow 'em. Some of them I like, some of them I don't like. I put it like that. And I knew you guys heard about Joy Reid from MSNBC. You know, what did she say? She wasn't valued or something like that. And I'm like, no, you didn't value yourself. And this is for Joy Reid. And the thing about Joy Reid was the fact that she didn't value her own people at times. And she sat there and talked that all that smack about well, and she made disparaging comments about people who didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris. There's reasons why people didn't vote for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was not a great candidate. She wasn't even a good candidate. She just wasn't a good candidate, period. There's nothing about Kamala Harris that I liked. I personally didn't hate her, but as a candidate, I didn't like her. I didn't. She was not my top choice. They wasn't even close. And I'm thinking to the Democrat Party, is that the best you could do was Kamala Harris? If Kamala Harris is the best you could do for the Democratic Party, then we were in trouble from the beginning. That's on everything, real talk. We were in trouble because that was the only choice that y'all could come up with. And I know there were much better candidates than a Kamala Harris. I know for a fact there was much better candidates than a Kamala Harris. Much better than her. You know. Let me hit this link right here. There we go. Yeah. I like that's the best you could do was her. I like if Kamala Harris is the best you could do, we were in a whole lot of trouble, a whole heap of trouble, because she's not that good of a candidate, you know, and never was. I didn't even like her choice for VP to tell you the truth. I didn't, but she was repping her up big time, and they're gonna disparage black folks about you need to vote for her. She was like a lot of these female content creators that was bashing black men because black men didn't want to vote for her. She wasn't representing black folks though. She was only representing women, and that was the problem. She was only representing women. That's all she cared. Her base was women. That's why she lost, because she considered taking consideration about who votes besides women, men. You know, and her main issue was, uh, she ran on the campaign about reproductive rights. All the mess that we got going on in this world, illegal immigration, crime in the streets, and joblessness, and homelessness, and all kind of diseases, including cancers and stuff like that. And the best you could come up with was reproductive rights. And people like Joy, we're gonna tell you, oh, I need to vote for Kamala Harris because she like your mama or somebody. Some old BS that I've been hearing, man. This is stupid. Who the hell gonna vote for her ass? You had. I'm not gonna lie. This is me. She just did not pique my interest at all as a candidate, and I could not take her seriously as a candidate because she never took us seriously as people. Period. You know, that's number one. Number two, people kept them on. Well, Kamala black. I wouldn't care if she was black or not. She's not, but I wouldn't care if she was or not anyway. If she was not getting my vote, not because she was or was not black. She just was not the right candidate. Period. And I'm gonna keep saying it. It's true. She just was not a great candidate. She wasn't even a good candidate. Right, so more than I tell you, she was a good candidate. She just was not. You know, if they had better choices, I would have voted for a better candidate. But for the Democratic Party to only come up with one candidate against another one candidate, which was Trump, that's another whole story. And the Republicans only came up with one candidate. Everybody in the Republican Party was with that I knew of was co-signing on Trump all day. I mean, that's the best y'all could do from that side too. They gave there was no other options. It's like that's it. You know, just saying. Like I told somebody last year, the lesser of two evils is still evil. You know, it was like nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Same thing here. People only wanted to vote for Kamala Harris because they figure if you vote for Kamala Harris, you ain't got to worry about stuff that's being done by Trump now. But my thing, I felt if I had to vote for Kamala Harris, they would have been doing something very similar to it because Kamala Harris, I don't know, she just, and and I heard two people say, I heard a coworker saying, I heard my mom say the same thing. What is it about people that just don't want a woman to be president? The point is not about not wanting a woman to be president. The woman that they wanted to be president, who was Kamala Harris, wasn't the right woman to be president. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. She wasn't. She was horrible. You know. If your only candidacy to run on one thing, and that's what she kept talking about, reproductive rights, and she never really got. No, that's all she cared about was people just liking her. But if you want to be liked and you ain't got no substance, no one's going to like you at all. You forget all that. That's why so many black folks voted for Trump, because at least Trump has some kind of substance about him, albeit you may or may not have liked him. You know, and I got some issues with him too, even now. Mainly because of the fact that he's letting another guy, he's doling on everything to a guy who's not even American. He's not even American born. He's not even a U.S. citizen. You know, and okay, let me take that back. I don't know for certain if he was a naturalized U.S. citizen or not, but he was not even voted into office. He don't. There's a lot of things wrong with Elon Musk in terms of what he's doing. There's a lot of things, and no one's slowing them down, stepping, and I mean, slowing, hey, dude, you gotta calm down with all this, whatever, blah, whatever. They're not, just gonna let him do what he want to do. That's another whole story. But back to Joy Reid. Joy Reid just, was all over the place, man. You know, and there's some things about her I didn't like. I'm not gonna go into great detail about her. I could slam her if I want, but the one thing I will slam her about is the fact she tried to tell people how wrong they are by not voting for Kamala Harris. That in itself is complete BS. And I heard a lot of people, folks, were saying, "Oh, vote your conscience, vote who you want to vote for, but you gotta vote for Kamala Harris." That woman, how am I voting who I want to vote for if you're telling me to vote for her and you're not giving me any real something? Well, her daddy was black. You say her mama was black because everybody know her mama was not black, and she didn't represent her blackness at all, except when she wanted to get votes. Because when you watch Kamala's story, she's talking about her mother. She had no real ties to her dad like that, the way she did her mother, and she wasn't that close to her father anyway. Everybody knows that she was not. That's a known fact. You know, but her father was Jamaican. He was mixed with Jamaican and some other races. What I heard, I don't know, but all I know is that she wasn't that close to him because she almost never talked about her dad. Let's keep that a buck. But I'd be damn, I'm gonna vote for somebody because of something that only deals with one part of society. That's crazy. No, no, you know. Joy Reid to me was just somebody who I can't really say she was a bully in the pulpit. You know, I didn't watch all the time. I did watch a few times. I don't. Do I think she was a pretty good broadcaster? No, I don't. I'll be honest. I didn't think she was a great broadcaster. She was just all over the place, man. She was too opinionated. Number one, you know, way too opinionated. So you know, it's complicated, man. I just couldn't. I just wasn't feeling her like that. To tell you the truth, I tell you, somebody else I'll be feeling like that. Al Sharpton, he's another one. You know, I'm surprised they ain't got rid of him on MSNBC. Now, the one thing that shocked me was last night was about the announcement, and they just posted it, of a longtime NBC news anchor. Uh, yeah, I forgot the guy's name. Well, anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about, the black guy out there. And I don't mean to be facetious or anything like that, but he was a longtime news anchor on there. Uh, and they got rid. I mean, they claimed that they stepped down. They never told you why he stepped down. And somebody said, well, maybe he retired. I said, no, he didn't retire. Um, what is that guy's name? I forgot his name. But he didn't retire though. You know, nobody cares, dude. You're not a cop. That flash your light behind me. I'm like doing 60 miles an hour. Kiss my ass. I don't think he's a cop. Anybody doing all that, man? Kiss my ass. These folks here. You know, one day I'm gonna just do a whole story on people like this fool right here. You know, yeah, you go on the flat. I like, dude. I'm doing the speed limit. Matter of fact, above the speed limit, well above speed limit. Anyway, but they would expect you to be flying out here. I'm not doing it. There's too much traffic out here. Ain't nobody doing 100 miles running out this because you in a hurry. Just my ass. Anyway, so Lester Holt. I just thought about that. Lester Holt. Now that announcement was made over the news last night. uh, Last Friday was his final broadcast. I didn't realize that. I mean, I take back. Was it last night? Yeah. Oh, he was on last night. But anyway, he's going back. He's going back to his because he was on Dateline. He was one of the original narrators for Dateline. A little bit of host for Dateline. He's going back to Dateline. Lester Holt, who I actually had watched on television for years. You know, and when he first stepped up to the broadcast booth, when he took over for Brian Williams was fired on controversy. But I think the thing with Lester Holt uh, might have been a move uh, for the higher ups because there was no real fanfare. I just found that out last night. You know, but they say step down. You know, best of luck. He's still gonna be working at NBC, working on Dateline. That's that much I do know. I don't know why people feel like they have to ride your bumper on. Yeah, do your thing. Just not on me. They're gonna go to the next car, do the same thing, way up ahead. I don't drive like that. But anyway, it's crazy. Like I said, Joy Reid or Joyless Reed, I just don't think that. I don't know. She was better off. I think she was better off as a contributor than a broadcaster. I never thought she was a great broadcaster. I'll be honest, she wasn't. Um, uh, I tell you somebody who I did thought was a pretty good broadcaster, and I think she should have been on television, and she wasn't. Was the late Joe Masters' daughter. I don't know what happened to her, Kokomo. They used to call her Kokomo, but I don't know what happened to her. That was somebody I felt should have been on television, you know, because not only did she speak her mind, she spoke facts about a lot of things. That's another whole story. But Joy Reid, no, nope, wasn't feeling her. She was alright, wasn't a great broadcaster to me. Um, Overly opinionated, even to a point where she tell you who to vote for, and you had to be. It must be an issue with you if you didn't vote for Kamala Harris just because you didn't agree. You wasn't going to co-sign on something that was not as important as something else, as other issues. And the best you could do was reproductive rights. No, not good enough for a candidate for me to vote for. Now all this other stuff going on in the world. That's insane. All right, guys, let me go ahead and concentrate on these doo-doo heads on the daggone road here that drive like this bunch of bats out of hell, man, and with no regard to safety at all, which is another whole story. I'm gonna have to do another podcast on that one of these days because these people do drive like they out of their damn mind. They literally do. They don't even care. I don't, especially on this beltway. They do not care at all, and and it's constantly. It's like constantly every day like this, every day. So with that in mind, this is DJ Wolf. Thanks for tuning in. Please rate, subscribe, and like, and comment if possible. Let me know if you have problems with that. You can just send me an email. What is my email? DJWolfLive at AOL.com. It's DJWolfLive at AOL.com. All right. Or just hit me up on X on the DJ Wolf. I'm out.